I truly believe Leo waits till we start.
I told you she'd
Man,
be on when the credits were done. She always is, every time. Hi,
Because I
Leo.
legit paused. I paused until 8:20, just like, you know what, let's do it then to give Leo some time. I'm like,
sorry.
you know
I
what?
always gotta slide in like Preacher Boy on Five Heartbeats. Or was it? No, that was Eddie Kane. I gotta slide in like Eddie Kane on Five
Oh,
Heartbeats every
yeah.
time.
Okay.
I
Hey,
gotta come
everybody.
in, hit that note.
Right. Uh, when Jesus washed his sins away.
Man, every time.
So, hey everybody, what's going on? This is your boy Pablo, aka Grumps Favorite Grandson, aka the Bearded Wonder, aka the Pod Boss, Pod's Gift. All those silly names I give myself. Man of 1,000 names, Mr. More AKAs in the HBCU. Pinkies up. And if everything goes right this summer, I might be an actual student of a HBCU. But I'll give you some more information on that later. Here we are, Thursday Night Live, your weekly dose of kindness, warmth, and empathy.
And then fuckery.
And shenanigans.
Definitely shenanigans. And as always, I have my two beautiful co-hosts. Ladies, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's me, Christina McCrary, a.k.a. The Black Mirror, a.k.a. The Mom Friend, a.k.a. Petty Level 12 and 3/4. I missed one. AKA Captain Consistent. Oh, maybe that's because I haven't been feeling so consistent lately, but that's okay. AKA Sally O'Malley, because bitch, I'm 50.
Hey,
It's,
that is
since you guys didn't see
Xtina.
me on Tuesday, I wanted to give you guys all of the its annual Xtina McCrazy Day headwear attire.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh, well, unlock
You
the
need to
iPhone.
unlock your iPhone first.
Host
That
of
is
McCrazy's Place, co-host of Thursday Night Live, co-host of the Lightning Bolt Chronicles. You know, my link, everything's there. I have merch, I got all kinds of stuff. Go check it out. All brought to you by Sarkarigans Media Group, SMG or SMD. What the fuck is up, y'all? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday
Xtina
to you.
version 50.1. Let's go. Let's
Hey,
go.
hey. Get it.
I like to kick, stretch, and kick.
Okay then. Do your thing then, girl.
Sorry. Oh, I meant to tell you before we came on, I won't be here next week, y'all. It's graduation and it's all hands on deck. So
That sounds like an excuse to me, ma'am.
it's called work, sir. That actually pays. So
That sounds like an excuse, ma'am.
Go get your money, honey. Hey,
I gotta
y'all.
work.
What's
Go
up,
ahead,
y'all?
Miss Leo.
It's your girl Leo Rochelle, aka I got a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
aka Mrs. Especially Heinous, aka Auntie Silky Thick, aka Fatty LaBelle, aka the Fat Girl 6, aka the Fat Farrah Fawcett, aka Miss Fluffy,
Mm-hmm.
founder and creator of the Fat Girl Chronicles, PGC Media, and PGC After Dark. You can find us on all podcast streaming platforms, all over the place, doing all the things. We won't be on. The aunties won't be on tomorrow, and we won't be on Tuesday. Because I'm going outside. So come back next week on Friday for the Crazy Rich Aunties, and then the following Tuesday for PGC Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Leo going
Let's
outside, y'all.
let's get into the conversation because
Awesome.
I'm ready and I'm excited.
I'm hearing a bunch of excuses. That's what I'm hearing right now.
Man, relax. Relax, Unc.
Don't even understand. That's gonna be a 12-hour day. I gotta have the dog walker come twice that day. I'm not friggin'. It's not a party, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the money.
All right. So, if you don't know, now you know. We are reviewing the movie Sinners. We are going to talk about it as much as we can. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna keep saying that because yeah, if you ain't watched it by now, I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead.
Man,
go
he
read
was
it.
ready to hang us on the cross because we hadn't seen it when he saw it, y'all.
Yeah.
So
Go
Some
rent
people
it.
done seen it multiple times. I'll go ahead and cop to it. I was the holdup because I waited till it came out on streaming. I ain't go to
we were the holdup because
You
Yeah,
still went and saw it in the movies before I saw it.
I went to see it in the movies because I had a voucher for the movies to go see it. It was part of the plan a while ago, but when it first came out, baby, I can't sit on the screen. I can't sit up like this.
Y'all know I don't like. Y'all know I don't really like to go outside, so.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. That's all I'm gonna say.
The whole show's a spoiler alert, y'all.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know that. Alrighty. Okay, doesn't want to act up. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I am prepared today.
Okay, preparation H.
Boom. Really, nigga.
I didn't even think y'all heard me.
So here we go.
It took a second to sink in.
Because I was reading and I was like, so what was your first impressions of the movie? Just first impression. That's it. When you walked out of the movies, how did you feel?
I was like, okay, as they do. Okay, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought it was. It wasn't what I expected because I was able to avoid all the spoilers.
Good job.
But I thought it was. Y'all gonna hate me, but I thought it was slightly overhyped. Slightly.
I felt the same way. I walked out of the movies, felt like I was missing something. Something was missing out of that movie.
I mean, I understood the hype,
but
I felt like it was slightly overhyped. And I felt like the reasons for the hype were going to go over some people's heads.
Mm-hmm.
And so some people was thinking it was hype just because everybody thought it was hype because they didn't necessarily get some of the what was the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I could definitely understand like that sentiment. Mm-hmm. But I think I always go into stuff with my own expectation. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I think I go into stuff without the expectation of what everybody else saw or what everybody else thought about something. Because I know for me, my thought processes when it comes to movies is different. Mm-hmm. Like I go in looking at other stuff. Like I went in paying attention to the fashion, paying attention to the music, you know, paying attention to other little tidbits and pieces that it was just like, okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. For real, I do. Probably having a hot flash?
Nah, it's hot in the house, and there's no air circulation. I just opened the windows. I should be cooling down soon.
Yeah, flash. Beautiful. That the little paper. That's a flash moment, sir. That's what people do when they flashing. Just random paper.
How you hit menopause for me, Pablo?
I hung out with old people when I was younger, so yeah, that's why I get that wrong. like
Yeah,
anything.
menopause. Not menopause. Menopause.
Okay. Was it better than you expected, or was it worse than you expected?
I think I just didn't have
Yeah.
expectation.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
just
don't
like
know.
it's a
I
black
don't
ass
know.
movie. Let me go see it. That was I think that was my thought. Like it's a black ass movie. Let me go see it. I'm finna be
Mhm.
I
excited.
mean, and that part too. I don't know that I had any expectations per se. I was hoping to enjoy it,
Mhm.
and I did.
Okay.
So I mean,
So when I saw the trailer a year ago, and the trailer for the movie a year ago didn't explain anything, and it shouldn't have because it was a year out before it came out. But walking into the movie, it was not what I thought at all. It threw me for a curve. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed the movie, but it wasn't what the world was saying. Like this is it, like Ryan Coogler, he don't miss. Like it was one of those situations. So I'm like, okay.
I
Okay.
can see that. I can see
Yeah.
that because like everybody kept saying like he's not gonna do. He kept saying everybody kept saying that it's gonna be a series,
Mm-hmm.
but he came back and said no, it ain't.
Mm-hmm. He literally said he was bored of doing franchise movies, so he just put one out on his own.
But Ryan, listen to me. It don't even have to be a sequel. It
Right?
could be a prequel.
Yeah. I'd rather a prequel.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because there was so many layers to the story
Mm-hmm.
of who they were, who all of the characters, and even all of the characters' connections. That
Mm-hmm.
it was like this is a thick ass story, and I don't need the ending part. I don't need another part. I
No.
need to know all of the previous shit. I need to
Mm-hmm.
know all of the how they
yeah,
got
like
here.
where they all came from and how they
Yeah.
all hooked up and what
Yeah.
they're like. How did that end up being the group of people?
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
could get with that.
absolutely, listen, that's
Yeah.
why I was like, oh, this would be a good prequel because he kept saying he's not having a sequel.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even
so
if
Ryan,
he does like how they do with Star Wars and do like a television prequel.
go backwards.
Yeah. So yeah, I
Go
get that.
back in the time. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Do one of them.
I could do some more Smokehouse twins,
Yeah. Yeah.
Smokestack twins.
Mm-hmm.
I said Smokehouse,
Mm-hmm.
Smokestack.
You was right, smokestack. Okay.
Okay. Speaking of the twins, how do y'all think he did as playing the twins?
I thought he did really, really well. I could tell
Mm-hmm.
the difference between the twins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were
That
two
part.
different people.
He definitely played two different people. I came out saying this is the best Michael B. I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was extraordinary acting on his part.
And that's saying a lot because he did Fruitvale. And this is the best Michael B. I've seen. So
Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed how they interacted with each other. Like
mm-hmm.
like Christina said, you could tell the difference between the two,
Mm-hmm.
but how they interacted. You could tell where one fell short, the other one picked it up. Like this my weakness, but this my strength. This my
Mm-hmm.
weakness, but this my strength.
Yep.
Like two
I can't
halves
remember
of
who
one
was who.
whole.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't remember who was who, but the one who always liked smoking cigarettes, but he couldn't roll them. So the red one would
That's
always
Stack. Stack is
okay,
the
yeah.
red
The
one.
red one would always roll the cigarettes
Smoke
for
was the blue one.
Yeah.
Smoke was the blue one. Okay.
Yep.
So Stack would always roll the cigarettes for Smoke because he couldn't roll them. If you notice that,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot we were reviewing the movie. I was trying not to tell, but at the end when he was trying to roll that cigarette, his
He
hands
was shaking. Yeah.
yeah. Now, granted, it might have been because of the situation he was in, but if you notice throughout the movie, he never
rolled them.
it.
Mhm.
He always say, "I need a cigarette," and his brother would be the
Mhm.
one rolling it and giving it to him. So that was like, oh, I love the synchronicity of the 2.
Mhm. Yeah, I was thinking he was shaking because he was thinking of his brother while he was rolling because his brother did always roll it for him.
That too, yeah. So I
No,
thought that
because
was
there
like,
were other
so-
times before that where his hand shook too. So like he gets
Okay.
nervous or he's sick or something.
because
PTSD.
That's why we
probably.
need a prequel.
because you hear me? You hear me? But also, I think he was the one that said he was a soldier.
Yeah, he was a soldier. He barely smiled. Only time he smiled when he went to go see Annie. That's the only time he was smiling. Yeah, Stack always smiled because Stack was the hustler. So he had to
Yep.
smile. He had to put
You
it on
gotta
the show.
smile when you a hustler.
Yeah.
You gotta get people to trust you. You gotta get people to buy into whatever it is you selling.
Mm-hmm.
I love
So,
it.
this movie was set in 1932, Mississippi. And we all know how Mississippi was back in 1932. Twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, returned home from Chicago. We don't know why yet, but we know they came home for a reason. Opened the juke joint.
Wait, we do know why.
We didn't find out exactly why they came home until about midway.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you talking about from the beginning. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So, vampires, spoiler alert, movie has vampires. Completely fucked me up.
Okay. Because I
Where the
was
fuck
like, wait,
y'all
I don't
come
know how I
from?
missed that in all of the stuff that I've seen on social media.
Right.
But then, like, after the fact, I was like, oh, I did see something about somebody saying like it was the Black Dust Till Dawn or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Totally, like, just threw that to the back of the brain and never thought about it ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw that, I was like, nigga, what? Now I got to go watch cartoons before I go lay down.
Cool. We already talked about Michael B. Jordan. How he did a phenomenal job as playing the twins. What other characters stood out to you guys?
Annie.
Oh, chocolate self.
Man, she was like the it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time you never see, no, not most of the time, you hardly ever fucking see a plus size chocolate Black woman as like the love interest of a person like Michael B. You know what I'm saying? In those spaces.
Mm-hmm.
But then also she was a powerful hoodoo woman, you know, and I was like, yes, screaming from the inside out in the theaters.
Right.
Because not only that, but her strength was shown. And it was just so much about her presence, how she loved him, how he loved her, how and Annie was that bitch. She was the one. Because like she reminded me so much of like women that I know in real life, you know, that have this love for Black men that want to protect them, want to keep them safe, want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, I love you and you need to know that you are loved in this kind of way. So Annie was it for me. Because y'all know I'm a lover girl at heart. I might be a thug sometimes, but you know I'm
the one scene when my man tried to come back into the juke joint and Smoke was gonna let him in. She's like, whoa, hold on. Like she's always protected. Throughout the whole movie, she was protecting the entire movie.
And that's what I was gonna say. So yes, all that Leo said in the love interest way, but she was also like the big mama.
Yeah,
she protected everybody. She was paying attention to what was going on and knew what to do and got everybody together and was, you know, she was the one. She was the one on both fronts, not just him and that, but also like just overall.
Yeah. And I think that goes to Ryan's like he knew if he did not have a woman that looked like her in 1932 Mississippi.
Oh, baby, he was gonna hear it. Black women was never gonna support Ryan again because it's 1932.
Right, because he already got, you know, the white passing lady loving on Michael B. Jordan, bro. You gotta give him something.
You better go all the way opposite.
Right.
She better be tall. She better be big. She better be black. Because you was never gonna get the support of black women ever again.
Yeah.
And I like that Sammy's love interest was also a dark-skinned black woman.
She was a cheater. She was a cheater.
So she was still fine though. Okay, she was still fine.
Oh, that's right. She was married.
She
was married.
I knew that, but I forgot until he just said she, and I was like, wait, what? So, and now, she was married. So, I completely forgot about that part. Where
somebody on TikTok, somebody on TikTok said all the main characters in Sinners were sinners of some sort.
Yeah, and that's why he said we're all sinners.
Yeah, that was their connection to each other.
Yeah, so. We're all sinners.
So yeah, she walked from her husband's house in the summertime, Mississippi,
to the juke joint. She done walked to the juke joint, got dressed up and walked to the juke joint. Where the fuck her husband at?
All of them walked to the juke joint.
And got her home devoured.
Oh, okay. Sammy said, "Don't even worry about wrenching it out."
I need to clean up a little bit. He's like, I just want this shit.
Listen. I said, "Oh, Sammy there." Sammy said, "No, baby, I need that flavor. I need that flavor. I need the salt."
In 1932, she was willing to let him try. He's like, I just want to try something. 2025, woman ain't like, try something. What you mean try something? We ain't gonna do nothing. What you talking about?
She was willing to let him try, but then it was even the fact that she said, "No, baby, I walked here. Hold on, let me rinse this thing off a little bit because I walked here."
Because she had the plan. Sammy was gonna get got. That was in her mind. Like Sammy was gonna get got sometime that night.
She already knew that when she walked away from him at that train station.
Exactly.
Because he said you sang a little bit, don't you? A little bit. She knew. She knew. When you give them little giggles and shit, and you ain't really giving them no real answers. She knew.
So she was flirting.
The great Delroy Lindo. I mean, if he's not in your top 10, I don't know who is, bro.
Listen, and that was the thing that pissed me off about everything that I've seen about the movie online. Nobody fucking mentioned Delroy Lindo.
Nobody.
No, yeah, he was in that movie.
Yep.
I was like,
although I was trying to avoid spoilers, so.
Listen, I was like, wait, where come from?
Right.
Because why nobody said nothing about this man? They talked about Michael. They talked about Annie. They talked about everybody else. I said, ain't nobody said nothing about Delroy.
Delroy hides in plain sight. I don't understand how this works. Like he does great in everything he in. And nobody talks about it. Nobody want to even mention him. Like,
man, we gonna have to do some content only for Delroy, okay?
I love it. I'm with it.
Because baby, that man is my favorite. And I think he's my favorite because he just reminds me of a black daddy.
Yep.
A real black daddy, a black male figure, and whatever way he plays that male figure, he like kills that shit every time.
Even
I have never seen a bad Delroy Lindo.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
the two main scenes that he has when they're in the car and when they're at the train station, that hit way harder than a lot of the movie. If y'all need to go back and watch this movie and look at Delroy work, he puts on a clinic.
That man. Ooh. That's why I be like, black people is so bomb. Can we just say that?
Yeah.
For real. We so motherfucking bomb.
So,
and I think that's why the movie just made me so happy.
Okay.
Because it was black as hell.
It was.
And I don't think we had a black as hell movie in a long time.
Since the last Ryan Coogler movie.
Right.
So,
okay.
So this is what I say.
Right? I don't know. Even that one was a lot of natives and stuff too.
That's what I'm saying. So for me personally, I walked out. I admittedly said it was mid when I walked out of there because I was missing something. It was like it was holes in the movie that I needed.
It was better than mid. But if you got what was being given, that's why
I got the messages. Like I understand black people getting the messages, especially the scene in the middle of the movie that everybody loved. Even the actors, they said they had to focus because they was into the moment. They all started turning their heads instead of getting into the scene when they all start dancing and everything. It was like, I get that. I get the moment. I get the historical purpose and everything. It was just some holes as a movie watcher. Like I took myself away from it. As a movie watcher, there's some holes for me. That's all.
It was something left to be desired. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something like, oh, I needed just a little bit more or a little bit longer. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like the build-up was great. I think it just needed more of a like solidifying it.
So I think if it stayed one way, I would have been satisfied. Like if it would have stayed the first half of the movie and it just became like a gangster movie and this, that, the third, I would have been happy. Or if it was just an entire vampire movie, I probably wouldn't happy. But the blend didn't blend all the way for me. That's all.
Yeah. So even when they got to the people's house, they could have added more there.
Yes. And I needed more
there. Right there is where the cross, you know, kind of like, Because again, my muffin cap was blown back because where the fuck vampires come from?
But see, I kind of feel like that was the purpose, like to kind of build suspense.
Yeah. And then old boy jumped over the camera and landed on the ground.
And landed. So I was like, where did he come from? Because he just kind of fell out the sky. And I'm like, oh.
And I needed more Native American. I don't know. Yeah. I needed more Native American.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I felt like, did you mean?
It was. No, like I get it. Like he was like, "Yo, it's getting dark. Let's get the fuck
more
on."
of them or more appearances? Because I feel like their appearance was perfect. They came in, they was like, "Hey, whoop de whoop whoop whoop. All right, well, y'all on your own. We out."
Right, yeah, that was perfect. I feel like I would have loved to see more of them like throughout the movie.
Right.
Like
because they brought them up later on. The movie. When they started talking about it,
that's because they knew what was happening, and so by the time the sun went down, they was off.
Yeah, because that's what he said. Let's get up out of here. The sun about to go down.
Yeah, they were off somewhere. They got the hell out of Dodge.
So even bringing that part in a little earlier, would have like solidified or given more context to the transition.
And I ain't gonna lie. When the vampires were dancing outside and I heard the drums, I thought that was them. I was like, okay, we all getting out of here because they here now. We about to cook these fools. No. And to me, and y'all can call me Uncle Tom if you need to, I think that performance was better than Inside the Juke Joint performance.
When they was all outside.
And and he started singing the Irish jig and all that.
Oh, I got you. When they was out there shucking.
I think that performance was better than the Juke Joint performance. I think the Juke Joint performance was a little chaotic. You literally had to that was right in your face. You saw them dancing around. You got all of it.
That motherfucking song though, like that song has been in my.
He is singing ass.
Mm-hmm. Him, but the girl, the Pale Moon song.
Okay,
listen, that song has not left my head since I've seen the fucking movie. Walking around here humming,
Negro spiritual.
like a Negro spiritual. Walking around here humming. I was like, bro, that shit is like, ooh.
So, and was I the only one that thought she was a vampire?
The black girl?
Yeah. The
No.
one that walked away from her husband. The one,
the Asian lady.
No, not the Asian lady. The black girl that was singing. Was I the only one? Was I the only one that thought she was a vampire?
No, I thought she was too when they was passing around that garlic. I thought she was too. I was like, why you just don't want to eat this garlic?
Right.
And when he held that gun up, he said,
Delroy.
I thought Delroy was turning. I was like, wait.
Right.
I know. Now him, I thought he was gonna be a vampire.
She said, "Y'all ain't got no pickle. Y'all ain't got no pickle garlic." It's like, girl, you don't even got goddamn garlic.
I mean, it was suspicious behavior, but I wasn't like, oh, she's a vampire. But Delroy Lindo, I was like, oh no, he's a vampire.
So yeah, I like how he put those little scenes in to make people worry and think. Ryan Coogler's all right with me.
He is.
He's all right with me.
I can definitely say that.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, the juke joint part. Oh, it was so much.
It was
so much
in
it. But talking about like pretty much seeing the power of our music.
Yeah.
The transition from what it was and what it is now and what it could be or what it could have been. All of that, like, and a lot of us don't recognize the power in the music. Like, I think it was a great score.
It was.
The score was absolutely.
That's what I'm going to get to now. The music. Yeah. So the score.
So I was gonna say. So you said you liked the outside part better. You said the kitchen part was or the juke joint part was too much. I loved all the music. I saw all the things that you saw and loved that part of it too. But for me, like the parts that I enjoyed the most were more of the acoustic, like Sammy with the guitar in the car.
Yes.
Like it just, coming from the soul, just I'm just gonna play and sing.
Okay, so who the fuck is Sammy though?
Like in real life?
Yes.
He sung back up for her.
Cause baby, the man voice.
Yeah.
Man,
he sung back up for her.
Right?
I said, wait, why I ain't never seen that motherfucker nowhere ever?
Because he's
and
early
why that
20s.
Deep ass,
really early 20s.
Barry Manilow voice coming out of what looks like a 15-year-old's face.
Yep.
Yes. They don't make voices like that no more.
Nope.
He was very fitting for the fucking part. Like,
her
your
told
voice
him
came
to do it.
from 1932, okay?
He wasn't going to do it. Her told him to do it. Her said, go.
She should have.
Said,
Nigga, the voice on that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I think that's why, like I said, it was more of the acoustic parts where he was just him and his guitar were my more favorite musical number.
When they was in the car and he was singing to Michael B. Jordan.
That was when I said, I had to, okay. So let me tell you, I let I sat across 2 seats. I just let the thing up. I sat across that motherfucker like I was at the crib. And like I stretched out. And so I had to sit up a little bit. I said, sir.
That's you probably made the same face Smoke made when he started singing it in the juke joint.
Absolutely. Because nigga, where did this voice come from?
Right.
And he kind of reminded me of I don't know if y'all listen to Samo.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reminded me of Samo, but his voice was so thick.
Yeah.
Like that's a man. I was like
the whole theater when he said that, they was like everybody was like, okay,
for real. Cause
that's
wait,
that's just like when Annie was like, "My body ain't forget me." Like, bam.
Wait, what you say?
When Annie said, "Your body didn't forget me," I'm like,
period.
I'm pregnant.
Cause it didn't.
I am pregnant, Annie. Okay, and you owe child support. That's what we doing right now. Okay.
Let me call up somebody and say that to them.
Your old thick ass talking about your body ain't forget me. Okay.
Cause it didn't. You remember big mamas. Okay.
So, the Caucasian woman in the movie, what did you think about her performance?
It was a Caucasian lady.
Her being Octoroon, and she had to go marry a white man because she looked too white.
She didn't have to.
Stack said, "I wanted you safe, so go marry that white man."
So her character for me was the message.
Okay.
Like, y'all niggas always inviting people to the motherfucking barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all niggas always inviting somebody in.
Mm-hmm.
But then they go out here and invite the wrong motherfuckers in. Now we all out here dead.
Because we need money.
Because we out here chasing a bag, chasing the dollar, chasing the coin. Like, stop letting every motherfucking body in.
Mm.
Stop letting everybody be a part of what we got going on, because letting too many motherfucking people in, letting people who don't know the vision or don't understand what the fuck is going on is gonna fuck you up every goddamn time.
Message?
Listen, that was what I got, bro. Like, it was like, that's the message. Because literally they asked, could they come in? The answer was no.
Yeah.
Then, like, the person that you got on the inside that you trust, they go out here, and granted, like, she didn't plan on going out there and getting bitten, but then because she was a person that you trusted.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Ryan don't stray far away from people. He's like,
he keep his tight knit circle. But
because see, look what happens when you don't.
Exactly. Because she went out there and got to talking to the people. Mm-hmm. No, like, the answer was no, regardless if they had money or not. That's what they should have stuck with. The no.
Yeah, it's opening night. You should have stuck with your principles, like you said. It's opening night. Don't worry about it. We gonna be all right.
Yeah, and stuck with the no. But then she wanted to go out there and like be the peacemaker. We didn't need a peacemaker. We didn't need nobody to go speak on our behalf. We didn't need nobody to go out here, because why they gotta come to our thing? Why do they have to be a part of what we got going on? Mm-hmm. So now, let them stay out there.
And he said, we're gonna walk slow just in case you change your mind. That right there, that's a red flag for me. I'm sorry. Like, we said
but
no.
Also, where the fuck did y'all come from?
Right. Came from around right down.
For me, it was, why the fuck y'all trying so hard to get in? We done said no like 6 times.
They like blues music.
Asked you to go the fuck away.
They like blues music.
Yeah, but so we said no. This is a private event.
Go to one of y'all, like they said, go find one of y'all little shits to go be a part of. Because this ain't it.
And then they sung that dry ass song. Like they don't like blues music. Singing that dry ass.
That shit sounded some Little House on the Prairie type shit. Like, hell no, get out of here. This ain't that ain't what we want to hear. Go on.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all
That's
and
not
y'all
what we're doing.
instruments.
So the actress that plays her, that's literally her life. Her grandfather, I believe, is half black. So she's playing the person that she truly is in real life.
That was literally a line in the movie. My grandfather was half black.
That's her real actual life. So I think Ryan put that in there on purpose. So what do you think about her black voice? When she told the boy, "Get the fuck out of my face." I like that part. That was cute for me.
I just felt like
that was them showing that she did have some soul
that
in her.
she really had, yeah.
And
I just felt like I don't know. I didn't have no issue with her. I didn't have no issue with her, but it was definitely the message. Like, nah, fuck that. Stop inviting motherfucking people to the barbecue, y'all.
Okay. So, here we go. The social commentary.
Look, even afterwards, I was still in my mind referring to her as the white girl. So
yeah, absolutely.
Because she was mainly the only one.
Yeah, and then she's engaged to a very Caucasian football player, so her children gonna come out a little bit more white than what she is now. So, the exploration of good and evil, why they made the vampires white for the most part, and the redemption over sin. How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like they made them white.
That was obvious.
You know how, like, back in the day, like, to implement that part, like that.
It is 1932 Mississippi.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't have no white people trying to get in or do some shit in 1932 Mississippi,
right.
Was it really in 1932 Mississippi, Mr. Kugler? Because I don't see no white peoples. But also making them the evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, because.
But it wasn't just the evil. It was the sucking the life out of something that
was
supposedly good. Yeah, like for me, it was obvious why the vampires were white. To me, that was the social commentary. Like, this is what they was doing, and sometimes still do. Coming in and inviting themselves in places where they're not wanted, where they're not part of the population, and then taking what they can when they get there. Because when they were sucking the blood out of you or whatever, they got like all your thoughts, and they could get your talents and all that. That's why they wanted
that's
Sammy.
What I was just thinking about. Yes, Christina. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the next thing.
Sunshine, Imitation of Life is a great movie.
That is the first movie. That's the first movie I cried on. Imitation of Life.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was the very first movie I cried. And then after that was Beaches. But yeah, for Imitation of Life was the first movie I ever cried.
Those are two good cry movies, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I watch Beaches now, I'm boo-hooing. Like, even though I've seen it a gazillion times, but so the culture appropriation, and the exploitation of it all. Them trying to get to the juke joint, you know what I'm saying? Them trying to keep Annie a vampire, or keep her alive as a vampire because they can get all her knowledge, you know. Trying to keep Sammy alive so they can get all of his soul, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was a very interesting twist on how vampires work, because we never seen that part of a vampire movie before.
Well, I just assumed that's why the vampires were there, because the way the movie started, I didn't really understand why the vampires were there, except for to be that.
So,
like, literally sucking it out.
Yeah. So whoever do the sucking gets gets the memories and the powers and the abilities of the person they got. We haven't seen that side of vampire movie before, so I think that was very clever of him. The dynamics of the Jim Crow South. I love, and I mean absolutely love, the Asian family in this movie.
Yes.
Okay? Because that's how they were. Asian people didn't have the strong, thick Asian accents they try to put in movies. They really sounded like the people they were around. And in Jim Crow South, they were around us. So for her to talk like that, for him to even speak like that, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Even the daughter.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I love that.
Mama, daddy, won't you? Mm-hmm. Like, it was so, I was like, that is so cute. Because yes. It's a Asian family that's from Atlanta that's on like TikTok or whatever.
Yes.
And if
I watch them all the time.
If you listen to them,
you close your eyes.
And listen to them, you don't know who on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like legit. There's a place here. The man that owns it, he's a Asian Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go in there, you looking at this man like he don't know shit about no beef patties. But when he get to talking, you be like, oh, he knows some shit about some beef patties. Like, because when I first went in there, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting to walk in and see a old ass black man back there, you know. But it was a older Asian Jamaican, and I was like, okay then. And they got their whole little story on the wall, his parents and all of that. I was like, oh, y'all from Jamaica. Okay then.
So Black Twitter don't like the Asian lady. They said she was doing too much, and she's the reason why everybody died. Because she told them all to come in.
She told them to come in. Come in here, motherfuckers.
Right. I'm not mad at it. Because if you threaten my child, we have to tussle. Like,
I mean, I kind of understood her behavior.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even though he may not even go to town, he might not even go to town to see where the daughter's at. I can't take that chance.
Mm-hmm.
You need to bring your ass.
Especially since I know you done already took my husband. You ain't getting my kid too.
But also, I understand why they was mad because
they just mad because Annie died. That's it. If Annie would have died,
because you took her, you took her from us, little Asian lady. Okay, but I can understand it because, like, they may have had a chance if they had waited until the sun came up and they never were invited in. Then they had to, if they would have waited it out, everybody probably would have made it alive.
Okay. But you couldn't take that chance. Like, what if they just
but what was going to be a better movie?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying movie-wise, of course, but
right. But
yes, thought process. Bitch, we could have waited.
But they said, if we don't come in, we're going to town. And if we go to town, I'm going for your daughter. So she was like, I'd rather you come get me than her.
I'd rather take that chance. But also no. But
and I feel like she was the toughest person in that room.
I was gonna say I liked her. She was ballsy.
Yeah, she was ballsy as hell.
She brought the heat, the smoke. Talking about, ain't you a soldier? Like, why are we just sitting around trying to figure this out? You know?
And I think he was just trying to figure it out because he didn't want to put nobody in danger.
Right.
He didn't want nobody else's life to be taken because
he just saw his brother die in front of him.
His brother, and they took cornbread.
That's cool. Okay. Fucking cornbread. Okay. He didn't have to walk that goddamn far to take a piss.
He could have walked around the side of the building.
He really didn't. his head wasn't on a swivel enough for me to be
At
walking
all.
out into the woods.
Into the woods
Because-
in the dark in
And
Mississippi
it was
in
noises, and he wasn't even
1932?
noticing.
And you just saw 3 random white folks walk up to your door?
And you don't know where they went.
Yeah, nah.
Why you
I'm
didn't
good.
stay within like eyesight of the front door? Like
That's all I'm saying.
what was you doing?
Then
You
he
was
gonna come back
asking
up
for
there
it.
talking about I had to take a shit. Nigga,
Right.
you could have shit in somewhere else, somewhere closer. Because why you was gone that long?
And again, Delroy Lindo, like, nah, bruh. Nah. You been walking your big ass back and forth in here all night. Why we gotta invite you in here?
Why
now?
we gotta invite you? Exactly. You been coming back and forth all night. Why we got to invite you up in here? The other part of it that was funny to me was when Sammy walked in on them having sex.
Yeah.
And it made me think of The Harder They Fall, the movie on Netflix, because I was thinking he was gonna walk in there and say something funny. Because when they got caught on Harder They Fall, he was like, "Oh, y'all was getting ready to make sex." And I be saying that to people, "Oh, y'all was in here making sex."
Bruh.
Don't nobody even be doing nothing. I'll be walking in the room, 2 motherfuckers in it. Y'all was in here making sex.
Hey, yo.
Because that shit is so funny to me. Why is we making sex? Are you insane?
All right. Okay, so the movie was 2 hours, 5-6 minutes long, right? Was that too long? Could there have been some parts that could have been trimmed? Could there have been some parts that could have been added on to?
I will say it didn't feel like it was over. You know how sometimes you just be like, damn, is it gonna be done soon? I
Right.
didn't feel that.
Why this shit so fucking long?
Yeah, like sometimes those longer movies, you'd be like, damn, it's still an hour left. What's still like
Okay.
I didn't get that here.
The trailers for the movie felt long. Like, I think I got in there like 10 in the morning. The movie ain't started about 10:30. I was like,
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's a blackity
They
black.
definitely had a lot of
They was
fucking
giving y'all
trailers.
time to be on CP time.
it's enough Tom Cruise movies. Okay, I don't need to see what next Tom Cruise movie comes. Like,
I was on time.
Oh, come
like,
on.
you
It's
know.
totally believable. He's still a Mission Impossible guy.
yeah, and they know all his secrets, and they didn't capture this whole team, and he saved the world again. Like, okay, Tom.
Like he's not older than me.
Right.
I think some of the trailers, first of all, it's too many motherfucking demonic movies coming out.
It is.
Because why y'all keep playing this shit? I'm in here by myself.
Yep.
The way my head was on the swivel during that time when they was playing out, I sat there like this for a good 5 minutes because all of them trailers back to back was demonic. I said, "Oh, my eyes closed. I don't want to see nothing."
We're leaving the era of franchises. So you're not going to see a lot of franchises. That's why you see the end of Mission Impossible, the end of Scream, the end of Final Destination. So they trying to get them all out right now. So next year, no more franchises unless it's a comic book movie.
I don't care. I didn't like all of them motherfucking demonic movies.
You mean like the next Conjuring coming out?
No, because I don't like that shit. Like,
This
really be
is
like,
the reason why
I
they
don't want
stopped doing it. Like, what?
Well, technically, the movie theaters have this movie classified as a horror, so that would make sense that y'all saw a lot of horror trailers.
That's the next question.
I got it on Apple TV, so it started up right away when I was ready. And I could pause it and I could rewind it, and so
as a horror movie, since they classify as a horror movie, was the scare scary?
No.
Was it a horror movie to y'all?
No. Because I don't really like horror movies that much.
You don't.
Me
you despise
Me either, Christina. Which is
I love
why
horror
I was
movies.
like,
And
hold on.
you know what? That's probably what it is then. Because I love horror movies, especially vampire movies. So this right here was a little. They put enough sugar in the Kool-Aid for me.
See, and I like a lot of sugar in my Kool-Aid too, but I don't really like horror, so.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was
So it was just the right amount of sugar for me.
yeah. So it was more like the
For me
vampires
too,
were.
Christina. We here on that.
So,
It was enough.
Yeah, so the vampires were like just characters. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Dracula.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So okay.
I liked it though. Like,
Yeah. The way he did it, he wrote it like a person who likes movies. And he's like, you know what? This will be cool to put this in a movie. That's how he wrote it.
yeah, because even like the vampire part,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, oh, okay, I could fuck with this, but it threw me initially. Yeah. It threw me like a motherfucker. Like, wait, is vampires in this shit?
Right. Because I think the trailer that initially came out was Michael B. Jordan with a gun. It was the end when he had the gun. He was shooting. That's the trailer we initially saw. So
see, and my initial thought was it was going to be a Western.
Exactly.
You thought it was going to be a what?
Like a spaghetti Western.
Yeah, it felt like a Western, like the way it was.
That's why I said if it stayed the beginning, if that was the entire movie, I'll be fine.
The part that I saw as a trailer was at the end when him and Sammy was in the water.
Yep.
That was the part that I saw like kept coming up. So I knew it had something going on, but I thought it was like them niggas had escaped from doing something.
He was like underground. That part with him and Sammy, I thought him and Sammy was like underground somewhere and they saw some fire coming.
Yeah, some shit was going on. Yeah, like they was escaping from some shit popping off, not what was actually going on.
Now, the one spoiler I did get was that there would be vampires. I did know that there were going to be vampires. But as I was watching it, I didn't see where they were going to come from or whatever. And so then when it happened, I wasn't necessarily surprised, but I was like, why are there vampires?
Yeah.
So, were there any parts of the movie that was confusing or that didn't make sense to you? Because I got one. I definitely got one.
I mean, other than why the fuck Cornbread travel out so far?
So for me, it was when they introduced Remy, him, jumping out the sky, his back burnt. If he's a true vampire, it was daytime still. Why didn't he die? But he died at the end when the sun came up. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. That was a confusing part for me too, because where the fuck did he come from?
Right. Like he didn't jump off the truck. You know what I'm saying? He ain't none of that. He just
like appeared.
Yeah.
And then when he went to that house, he was like, I got chased by the natives or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but also, where the fuck did you come from?
And they fucked him up too. So I don't know what type of strength they got. That these other niggas, they was fucking him up. His eye was looking like this.
They had that native herbal remedies and shit. They was finna take his ass down.
Any parts?
That's some more meat there for the prequel. Where did he come? Because I did leave wondering, like, so where did he come from? And like, was he the only one, and then it spread from there, or did he? Are there other ones? Yeah. Like, what's?
So when they said for the prequels, a lot of people said Remy's origin story, like who turned him, where he came from in Ireland. Then other people said what happened to Stack and Smoke in Chicago, or even prior to them going to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I give y'all my prequel?
Go ahead.
Because they talked about how the daddy was abusive.
Yeah.
They talked about the daddy being abusive, but also Sammy's daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember at the beginning when he went to go get the guitar from under his bed, he ended up having to go to the church.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why his daddy took it, because his dad knew the power in the guitar. So the guitar, and the power of his son. So
The origin story of the guitar.
the origin story of the guitar, or the origin story of Sammy's daddy and Smoke and Stack's father.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah, because when he
how
was in
all of
the
that
car,
came together.
yeah, when he was in the car, he asked him like, "Your daddy putting your hands on you?" He was like, "No." I said, "Okay." Like he about to turn back around.
But also like what happened in Chicago.
Yeah,
Oh, the
that could
love
be a TV
story.
show. What happened in Chicago? Give me 10 episodes of that. I'm
Okay.
fine.
The love story between Annie and Smoke, but also what happened to their baby.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because that was a whole thing.
Yeah. And is that the reason why he went to Chicago? Because his baby died.
Because his baby died.
And then you gotta have the story of where the fuck Mary came from and how she got mixed in with the Negroes.
Well, they said it. That the situation.
I mean, they knew her since they were young, but I didn't catch.
So they were saying like their daddy was always putting their hand on them, and her mama or something was one of the ones that kind of took them in, and cared for them because of that, and that's how they knew.
Right, because she had just buried her mom, and she was disappointed they didn't come. You're right. You're right.
And that's why she linked on Smoke. Because he's talking about get her out of here, and he's like you don't know who the fuck I am. Like,
okay. And then, what else? What was the other prequel part that I would love to see? I said Annie and Smoke, the daddy, Sammy. What happened to them in Chicago? Because they had so many like interesting conversations,
right? And that's what I'm hanging on like nothing.
Delroy's origination, where he came from, like what happened with
even the story with him and the
prisoners.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I know all of them. What? How you know all them niggas? Y'all hold your heads now. Like what?
And why are you not there with these niggas?
Maybe he was, and that's why he knows them all.
Right? He said that. But why you out and they still out here building the railroad all the live long day?
Exactly. Okay.
I was like, it's so many, so much. It's too many.
All right, here we go.
Too much good story.
5. Let's do a.
And where that lady's husband was. That's part of the prequel too. Where your husband at?
The black lady or Mary?
No, the black lady.
Because I want to know where Mary's husband was at too. That she was out at the juke joint.
I mean,
see that'd be all part of the Smoke and Stack story.
Yeah. But I still want to know
because Stack told her like, you go marry this man. So, the drool in the mouth. But y'all was fucking with that. See, Leo, you nasty.
I was like, oh. Let's say I get down. Okay.
I'm just saying, okay. This didn't happen at Harpo's juke joint, okay. This juke joint was a little different, okay. This juke joint was a porno. Okay?
We don't know what was happening in the back of Harpo juke joint. We don't know what was happening back there before they got the tussling. But I was just like, oh, y'all a little nasty.
All right.
No, thank you.
Final thoughts on the movie, and then give me your grade of the movie.
Overall, I can see why people saw it multiple times. There were a lot of messages and I don't know, Easter eggs, I guess, mixed in. It was a blackety black movie on several different levels.
I think Ryan just do black ass movies.
But him weaving in like the history and the culture and the, you know, the tidbits of information.
And
And
even
then
him hiring twins to help Michael B. Jordan act like a twin. Like
Man,
that thought
I didn't know
process
about
is
that, but
different.
that makes sense.
Yeah, he had a professional twins come in to teach him how to be a twin.
I think Michael B. Jordan may not have necessarily cracked my top 10 prior to now, but definitely up there now because this was an excellent acting performance. And overall, I would give the movie, I guess, maybe A-, B+.
Okay. Does he get the call?
What? Should he get an Oscar?
Mm-hmm. Not win it, but does he get the call?
I think he should.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I say yes, not just because it was like a good performance, but you played two people in one movie, and we believe that you was both separate people.
Played them both well.
Even
you good? There you go.
Freeze.
Yeah.
No, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Like even this, he
Yep.
looks like two different people. Right?
He looks like two different people.
I was looking at it this morning. I was like,
and
he looks
each
like...
one carried themselves different.
Mm-hmm.
Each one had a different personality, different facial like you could tell the difference between those two. That was an excellent acting performance.
Hell yeah. And just like everybody else saying, that's what I'm talking about when I say I want a pair of Jordans. Okay.
I ain't mad at it. You're a little young for me, but I get it.
Chugga choo choo. Okay. And I ain't talking about Thomas.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, but not sorry.
No,
okay,
you're not.
So for me, I loved the movie simply, like I said, the fashion was everything for me. The suits on Smoking Stack was like, yes, it was fit. It was to the T.
Somebody said, you know, they was funky out there with a 3-piece wool suit on in Mississippi.
But everybody
you
got to
think of the time. You have to think of the time frame because that's when people wore that kind of shit. It didn't matter if it was 900 degrees.
That fedora that Stack had on.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I want, Leo. I'm trying to tell you.
Put that motherfucker on it.
I want one of those.
Okay. The fashion was everything, but like you said, back then that's what they wore. That's what they put on because presentation was everything. Mm-hmm. You wasn't gonna be a black person who was a free black person and not look presentable or not look put together or like you had money, because if you had it, you was gonna look the part. So
niggas, the niggas ain't gonna listen to you. You gotta look free.
Who that nigga up on the net? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look the part. Because you gotta look like a free nigga, you know. And so that was my favorite part. But again, I am very into the music scores of movies when I watch them. The score is what makes the movie for me. That movie and The Photograph are like, pow, pow, like right there for me.
You keep I gotta watch that this weekend. You keep talking about it.
I keep talking about The Photograph because it just resonates with me on so many different levels. But Robert Glasper did his motherfucking thing on the music. But also the other part of it for me again was Annie. Hey girl.
You know,
and Ryan just
You know she's from London.
Hey.
Like heavy London, like Idris Elba London accent.
I can see that though. But just the overall casting. Like I said, between Sammy and Annie, it was it for me. Sammy's voice, his acting, the singing, but Annie, her presence was it for me. And we didn't mention, okay, kind of doubling back, when they was in there getting it on. You said that she said something about your body didn't forget me. But can we talk about how Annie was throwing that thing back?
Okay. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
she said, your body didn't forget me and mine didn't forget you either, sir. So take that. No, we're not gonna repeat that. Take that. Listen, that's what she said. Sir, get up in that thing. So
you know, she I don't know if she lost weight since the movie. She when she do the round, she don't seem as curvy. Yeah. But
but it also could have been the clothing. It could have also been the clothing
that
made her look a little thicker. Because if you looked at like her bottom, she had on that full skirt piece. So it might have made her look a little thicker.
Looking like Madam CJ Walker.
Yes. Hey, madam. But it was just so many things in it. The messaging also was really good for me because it wasn't like hidden. It was like, even if you rode the short bus, you can get these messages. You can understand what's being said. And so I like that too. So I give it like A- B+, like Christina said. Like it was a really good movie. It just needed to fill out a little bit more in those spaces that caused like wait, what happened? You know. But it was a good movie to me.
Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, I am not an angry black man. Okay. I watched the show, Leo. Okay. I heard y'all. Okay.
Oh, we were talking about That's Mid.
Yeah. I'm not an angry black man. I just love movies. I'm super critical of movies because as a child, movies was my sanctuary when I was going through a whole lot of things. So I look at every angle of movies. I like this movie. The story wasn't it for me. That's it. Other than that, I got everything else. The symbolism, the history, the fashion, all that. Like, I get that. I love it. Chef's kiss. It's just a story and a couple of things that's out of line for me. I love Annie. I swear, I couldn't be a reporter right now. They were doing a press run and she came to my city.
Listen, I couldn't either.
I'm in trouble. Okay.
I would be a little GHEY if I was talking to Annie. Because you said what? Yeah. You like my hair.
Right?
Because
her skin is flawless. Her smile. Anyway, Annie, you know what it is. Michael B. Jordan. This is the best version of Michael B. Jordan I have ever seen. Kudos to him. He should definitely get the call. He may not win because there's a lot of hoity-toity movies out there right now, so he may not win, but I'm proud of him for doing this. This is awesome. Ryan Coogler, he makes moments. So I get why people watch it over and over and over again because his movies makes moments. After this window's over with, we're not going to talk about Sinners ever again. That's just how his movies are. His movies, they come in like a bomb, boom. Oh.
I came in like a wreck.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fruitvale. Nobody goes back and actively watch Fruitvale Station.
But that's because of the subject matter.
Yeah, but we might watch Black Panther if it's on TV. Like no one's actively like, yo, I'm gonna watch Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes the moments.
I would say,
but I do that with the Marvel movies anyway. I do. Okay. I'll be like, "Ooh, I want to watch."
Like even with Creed, I don't watch Creed. And
I watch Creed. I watch all three of them.
Yeah, I seen them. I love them. But
no, I'm saying I go back and watch.
So like it was just a Saturday. You're like, oh, let's turn on Creed. You wild.
Oh, see, I haven't seen the Creeds.
Oh, the Creeds.
I've been meaning to watch them. They're on my watch list, but I haven't watched them.
Because
I like 1 and 2. I'm not a big fan of 3.
I'm not a big fan of 3, but I love 1 and 2. 3, I feel like it just kind of it kind of fizzled out as far as
Yeah,
like
and I think also the whole thing going around with Old Boy too, it just put a little
it
bad taste.
overshadowed 3
Yeah.
and made it a little funky.
Yeah.
But I do watch Creed, but I think Black Panther is more of a movie that kids watch more than adults. I could see, because kids love Black Panther.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, I think kids watch the movie more than adults may watch it and talk more about it than we do.
Okay. So everything else outside of the storyline, and after listening to y'all and talking with y'all about this, I was going to give it a C. I'll give it a B, a strong B. Okay, not a B plus, just a strong, solid B. I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Maybe when it's free, I might watch it again. But people who went 3-4 times. If you missed something and you want to go back, I get it. But not me going back. I'm not going to watch it again. So I want prequels.
I definitely wouldn't mind going back to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was like, let's go see Sinners. Oh, okay, let's go see it.
Okay, if it's like a group and we all seen it already, I'll go back and watch it.
But also, once it starts streaming, that'd probably be a movie that I watch over and over again.
So when it starts streaming, I mean, we're gonna go on your Twitch. We're gonna do the whole thing.
We're gonna do the thing.
Sounds good to me.
Because I like the movie, but also I haven't been to the movies in a long time like that. Yeah. I did go see Lilo and Stitch though.
I went to go see Dracula.
I saw that before I saw Sinners, but also that was because I was on auntie duty. We went early in the morning.
Teach some kids some culture.
Listen, we went to go see Lilo and Stitch early in the morning. But I would definitely go see it again, but it's also a movie I would watch during the daytime at home.
Okay.
I am not a scary movie. And that movie wasn't really scary, but I don't like those kind of movies where my brain can start creating shit before I go to sleep. All
right. The end credits. What y'all think about it?
I liked it. That was another one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, no, not the first one. Not the one where they came back and he was all old and whatever. I mean, that was...
You didn't like that?
I mean, it was fine. That was, I guess, wrapping up the story. I was talking about the other one.
How did Stat get away?
His brother didn't kill him.
How did Stat... I got that part. How did Stat get away, though?
Because he was out there when the sun came up.
Was he?
See what I'm saying? The storyline.
But also, did he go back in the building? Did he go back in the building?
No, him and his brother was fighting.
Uh-huh.
And then when he couldn't or didn't kill him or whatever, he grabbed that girl and was like, come on, let's go.
No. That was the first time he ran out the building when that happened. That's when he first turned. They ran out. That wasn't the second time he ran out.
Because I remember they was up there tussling.
No, while they were brawling at one point. The melee was going on.
The first time he ran out, because that's when he was in the circle.
Come on, let's go.
When they was dancing the jig, Stack was in the circle.
Stack was in the circle.
Yeah.
But then they went, remember
later
they all went
they
in.
came in after the Asian lady said, bring your ass in here, and the fight
was
going on.
Beautiful moment. When she killed her husband, she's like, nah, bruh. Like, we going down together.
And was out there burning.
Right? I love you, you love me. We out here, we going together.
Till death do us part, man.
That's out there sizzling.
But no,
Korean beef.
Part, when all the fighting and all that was going on, they were fighting each other. And he couldn't kill his brother. And then the camera cut away. And then when you saw him next, he was grabbing that white girl and telling her, come on, come on. The fight was all still going on. But he grabbed the white girl and was like, come on, let's go. And they ran out.
So did he go back in the building when the sun came up? Because if he did, that would be the only way that he was saved from sizzling like everybody else.
Somewhere because they left while the fight was still going on. He grabbed her and they ran.
Yeah. But also, no, because remember, Smoke was still at the he was still there because he waited for the white man to come.
Yeah, wait for the clan to come back.
Yeah, he waited for them to come. So they had to have left or went somewhere because otherwise they would have killed Smoke.
Right.
Because Smoke was hiding out in the greenery, taking niggas out. So they had to have taken off. Wait.
Come on.
Remember when Annie said something about she was protecting them?
Yeah.
And Smoke had on that bag, the Mojo bag.
Yeah.
Could possibly the protection that he had been for his brother too, but not just not as strong because he was the one wearing the bag. So even though he turned, he might have still been protected to an extent.
Yeah.
2 halves of 1 whole is totally possible.
Yeah. Like even like when Sammy was playing as an old man, you saw Stack was like tearing up. Like that's the last time, he was a person. The last time you heard this song, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Little nuances. The very last part when he's singing in the church, this little light of mine. And light kills the vampires. That was a good little flip. So,
but just him and the guitar.
It's the very end. It's like end. You got to go through all the credits.
Play.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. So
I'm trained for that because of Marvel movies.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, I thought it was done after they was in the bar.
Yeah, and you saw who he made the bar, right?
Yeah.
Perlene. Oh, fast tail self.
And then I don't know if y'all knew, but I think that was Buddy Guy. That's Shauna's daddy.
Yep, that's Buddy Guy.
Yeah, Shauna from Ludacris' camp.
Yep.
Buddy Guy.
He been milking this. He been milking this, nigga.
Hey, he old as shit. I milk it too.
So, but yeah, overall, good movie. If y'all want to watch it with us, we gonna go on Leo's Twitch. We gonna watch it when it's free. So we ain't doing that.
I mean, how much is it to stream it? Cause
what's it, $20?
It's $20 on Apple TV to rent it for 2 days.
See?
And you can watch it as many times as you want for 2 days. So I rented it for the 20. I have the family Apple plan, so the kids and the ex-hubby all have it too. So I sent them I was like, hey,
so they can watch
I got Sinners. It's free for 2 days.
Gotta hurry up.
Okay.
$20.
Listen, because
but see, if I had went to the movies, it would have cost me $20.
It would have.
At the movies,
but this way, I got to see it at home while I ate my cake.
Get the popcorn and all that, Leo.
And then they went. No. They were able to see it, so gotcha. I got the most out of my $20.
I ain't mad at that.
We get off here in time. I might go watch it again before it expires.
I hear that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't do the concessions unless I have a 2 for $25.
The concession. It don't look nothing like when I was a kid, bruh. I look like we like in the actual supermarket now. Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, good movie.
Yeah, and I can't go to the movie theater and not have buttered popcorn.
Man, listen, so I'm fasting. That was the only reason I didn't get popcorn this time. And now our movie theater got caramel and cheese popcorn too. So
no, I need movie theater popcorn, the kind where they layer the butter in the tub as they're putting the popcorn in there. I need that.
I'm
I
with you when
cannot
you're
go to the
right.
movies and not have that.
I'm with you when you right, but I ain't never been to the movies and they had caramel and cheese popcorn. And it's
I have,
warm.
but I never got it.
Can you get the 3 together?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try
Oh,
next time.
Yeah, get the 3. Mix that motherfucker.
Man, I'm gonna be
Look.
damn. What show was that when that nigga walked out of the movie theater with the bucket and was still eating that shit later in the day? It was either a movie or a TV show, and that nigga took the popcorn bucket out and was eating it all day.
You know what the young millennials do, right?
What?
Turn their hoodies around and put the popcorn in the hood part and eat it.
Man, it was one movie that this movie theater ain't around no more. The ArcLight had the best fucking buttered popcorn, and I, on numerous occasions, drove to the movie theater, went inside, bought me some popcorn, and took my ass home.
Because the popcorn be popcorning.
All
And
the
if
time.
you know me, you know how much I love popcorn.
Yep.
So you know how hard it was for me to be in the theater and not have no popcorn. That shit was so hard. I was like, damn, I should have thought about this.
Yeah, my son's mom, when we got out of high school, she worked at a movie theater. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Man.
Free tickets, free popcorn, free everything.
Pablo, why every time when you say my son, I be like, but you're not that old. I don't know why that like.
Everybody says that when I say that, but yeah, he about to be 30, and
I know, but in my brain, I be like, what?
Oh, in 2 months he about to be 30. Good Lord. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Your son in August, baby?
Yeah. August 24th.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was almost great.
Yeah.
Oh.
He a Dusty
Missed
Virgo.
it by a couple days.
He a Dusty Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. All right. Cool. Oh, look at that. We right on time. Look at that. We professionals here. Let's go.
Hey y'all. Y'all see my little hair sticking out. Check us out. We won't be on the show next Tuesday, but check out the aunties next Friday and then the following Tuesday for PGC Tuesdays. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share it, all of that good stuff. We got a few surprises coming. Check us out on all the socials and Twitch as well. And just stay tuned because we got some good stuff coming. And whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half-ass. Do it with your whole ass, y'all. Peace.
Hey, y'all. Hey, you know who it is. It's Christina McCrazy on Facebook, aka Christina McCrazy on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. To find all things McCrazy, including my other 2 podcasts besides this one, merch, interviews, all the stuff, go to that link right there. It's my milkshake. Don't hang out in the yard. Come chill, get what you need, get on your way, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation. And there was something else I was going to say, and I completely forgot what it was. So there's that. Oh, yay. It's great being 50. All brought to you by Sarcarigans Media. Oh, I was gonna say, if you haven't seen episode 5 yet, it's a really good episode. I have a Black midwife, Miss Joy Renee. If you've watched the show before, you may have seen her on here. But to get to know all of the things that entails and all of that good stuff, it's an educational and fun episode. Go check it out. And next month, I'm gonna have none other than both halves, not just one.
The Smokestack twins. That's who's coming on.
Of the Toxicology Report. That's going to drop June 17th. All brought to you by Sarcarigans Media Group, SMG or SMD. Go forward with kindness and go forward with kindness and love, and most importantly, empathy. See y'all in 2 weeks. I won't be here next week.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It is Stack of the Smokestack twins.
I hate you.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. CEO of this thing about SMG, Pinkies Up, all that good stuff. Thank you for PGC Media for allowing us to stream this on the platform. Thank you for McCray Space. Also allowed to stream on their platform. Sometimes we pod, sometimes we pod. And when we pod it right. Because we don't do no fillers. We don't make up stuff. We don't pretend to be anybody that we're not going to be. You know what I'm saying? Shade. But, it is what it is. People like to pretend on their shows. We don't. SMG, fully authentic. PGC, fully authentic. Crazy Space, definitely fully authentic. That's who we are. That's who we want to stay to be. Stay tuned. We got some good things coming. Tequila and Champagne went live yesterday. We talked about Jesus yesterday. You might want to tune into that. Unknown Journey, appreciate you for the 3 paragraphs you sent me. And, everybody else who reached out.
I noticed he wasn't here this evening. Is he upset?
See what I'm saying? He might be mad at me right now. Yeah, Tequila and Champagne yesterday is up now. Go ahead. The audio will be out sometime today. I just got to download it. Also, stay tuned. We got some new people joining the family soon. We got some Jester's Courts coming up. It's a lot of things going on. So stay tuned. We got a lot of things popping. Appreciate the love. Appreciate everything. Yeah. We are here. We potted. We talked about Michael B. Jordan, and I didn't cuss him out. So that's always a good night.
Fucking God.
But you know what I always say? Go forth with your whole ass in a man.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.